What if the history we've been taught isn't the full story? What if evidence exists, real, physical artifacts that suggest ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we ever imagined? Today, we're diving into three mysterious objects that defy explanation. Each one challenges everything we thought we knew about human progress, science, and even the timeline of civilization itself. Let's start with one of the most baffling devices ever pulled from the ocean: the Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera, Greece, made a discovery that would change history. Among the broken statues and pottery, they found a lump of corroded bronze. At first, it looked like nothing, but X-rays would later reveal a complex system of gears and wheels, unlike anything ever seen from the ancient world. It's now known as the Antikythera Mechanism, and it's often called the world's first analog computer. This device, dating back to around 100 BC, could track the movements of the sun and moon, predict eclipses, even calculate planetary positions. And all of this using hand-cut bronze gears with tooth counts accurate to modern astronomical models. But here's the twist: nothing else like it has ever been found from that era. The craftsmanship was so advanced, some researchers believe it must have been part of a lost tradition of engineering, one that vanished entirely. Others think it was a one-of-a-kind prototype, or evidence of a civilization whose knowledge far exceeded what we credit them for. Even modern engineers struggle to replicate it using the tools available at the time. So the question is, how did ancient Greeks create a machine more advanced than anything that would appear again for over 1,000 years? The Baghdad Battery. In 1938, an archaeologist named Wilhelm König discovered something strange near Baghdad, Iraq. Buried among ancient ruins dating back to around 250 BC, he found small clay jars, each containing a copper cylinder, an iron rod, and traces of an acidic liquid. To most, they looked like ordinary storage vessels. But to König and others, they looked like primitive batteries. Yes, you heard that right. These 2,000-year-old artifacts might have been capable of generating electricity. When modern scientists recreated the design and filled the jars with vinegar or lemon juice, the devices produced a small electrical charge, just enough to electroplate metal or deliver a mild shock. But here's the kicker: there's no written record, no explanation, and no other confirmed examples of electrical technology from that time period. So what were they for? Some believe the Baghdad Battery was used for plating gold onto silver, a process that would have required basic electricity. Others think it had a spiritual or ritual use, and some suggest it's just a coincidence, an ancient storage jar misinterpreted by modern minds. But if it really was a battery, that would mean ancient civilizations understood and used electricity thousands of years before we thought it was discovered. The Piri Reis Map. In 1929, an old rolled-up map was discovered in the archives of Istanbul's Topkapi Palace. It had been drawn in 1513 by Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, and it showed the known world at the time, or so it seemed. Among its many details, Africa, Europe, and South America was a jaw-dropping surprise. A depiction of the coastline of Antarctica, 400 years before it was officially discovered. Not only that, but the map appears to show Antarctica without ice, as if it had been charted in a prehistoric era before it was frozen over. Researchers were stunned. How could a 16th-century sailor chart a continent that was buried under ice for thousands of years, and that no one was supposed to know even existed? Some historians argue that Piri Reis simply copied older maps from ancient sources now lost to history, sources that may have come from a forgotten seafaring civilization. Others believe the map is misunderstood, and the landmass isn't Antarctica at all. But here's the problem. Parts of the coastline drawn on the Piri Reis map match modern satellite scans of Antarctica's subglacial topography, the land underneath the ice. So if it isn't real, how do you explain that? Three artifacts. Three mysteries that challenge our understanding of what ancient people knew and what they were truly capable of. Were these incredible objects the result of lost civilizations with forgotten knowledge? simple coincidences, or proof that our history is missing massive pieces we've yet to uncover? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want more mysteries like this, subscribe to the Mind Vault and hit that like button so YouTube knows you're ready for more. Because sometimes, history isn't just written, it's buried.